Hi everybody, it's Nina, Beachfront Bargains. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark. Today I'm going to be doing a video on what sold for me on eBay in October. October was a really good month for me sales-wise. I made about $1,500 in revenue after fees and shipping on eBay. That's total for eBay and Poshmark, by the way. So today I'm going through some of my sales on eBay, not all of them, because I don't want to bore you to death with some of the bread and butter stuff that sold for me. Okay. Also, I do free shipping and free returns on everything, so keep that in mind when I'm talking about my price, that I also have to pay shipping after that amount, but I do that so I can get the top rated plus seal on all my listings. Okay, so starting in the beginning of October, I have a pair of Nike Pro women's compression shorts, the longer length ones in a very purple color. These sold for $16 plus shipping, of course. I didn't have those too long either. They sold pretty quickly. Nike for me seems to be a decent brand. I don't pick it up as much anymore because the average sale price on Nike is, not that high. So if I can get a different item and spend the same amount of time listing it, I'd rather get a different item. I'll still pick up like Nike jackets and hoodies and stuff, since those are worth a little more. Okay, next is a pair of Tommy Hilfiger boyfriend jeans in a medium wash. These sold for $28 plus shipping. I had these for quite a while, but they eventually sold for $28, which is a decent price. Tommy Hilfiger is not a brand I pick up anymore either. But boyfriend jeans are really trendy right now, so I think that's why these sold and why they sold for $28. Okay. Next up, my favorite brand, Free People. I sold a Free People sweater with a turtleneck. It's like a pink sweater with some stripes on it. This sold pretty quickly. This was an offer from a buyer for $36, and I believe I had it listed at $45. I think I only had this for, I think, a couple days before it sold. Okay, next up was an Adidas hoodie, a zip-up hoodie in a dark gray color, and this is the men's. This sold for $24 and free shipping. This also I had for, I think, a month or so, but this was an offer. I had it listed for $40, but it was an offer for $24. So I accepted, I just wanted to get rid of it. Overall though, the ROI was still pretty good, so I'll take that. Okay, next up was a pair of Express shorts. These I actually bought for myself, but they were too big, so I just said, okay, I'll sell them. Express is not necessarily a brand I would resell unless it was, they have these button-down shirts for women that are called Express Portofino shirts, and they're just button downs, and they come in like 100 different colors and patterns, and those seem to go like that for me. I picked them up a couple times. Whenever I see them, I pick them up, but these actually were sold for $15, and then the buyer got them, and she said they were too big for her as well, so maybe they're stretched out, I don't know. So she returned them, and I do offer free returns. So I got them back, I listed them again, they sold again, but then the buyer didn't pay. So I've decided that I'm not gonna sell these shorts anymore, and I just donated them to Goodwill since they just kept coming back to me. Okay, next up is a Nike men's shirt, Pro Combat Dry Fit compression shirt in like an orange color. I found like 4 or 5 of these at Goodwill right next to each other at the same time, and I picked them up. I sold a couple on Poshmark, and I sold this one on eBay for $14. I was pretty happy with that one. Okay. Next up was a pair of Victoria's Secret jeans. I had no idea that Victoria's Secret made jeans, so I wasn't really aware of the worth of these, or if they were worth anything at all, really. So I actually sent them to auction for $9.99, and they sold for $15.50 plus shipping, so total $22, which is not bad. I don't think they make jeans anymore, but this did seem to have a little bit of a demand to it. These were kind of just a distressed medium wash jean, so I guess if you see Victoria's Secret jeans, pick them up if they're in good condition. because these seemed to be in high demand, and it sold in a week since I did a week auction. Okay, next up is an Andrew Mark New York winter jacket. So just a big poofy winter jacket with a fake fur hood. And this was new without tags, and this sold for $36. And this also sold pretty quickly. I think, you know, it's October's getting to that month where it's starting to get a little cold, so people are starting to think about jackets and sweaters. Okay, next up is a women's swimsuit by Speedo. This is a Powerflex Eco 1 red and black. This is actually something I found at Ross. I found like, I think 6 or 7 Speedo swimsuits. Some were women's and some were girls. And they were very cheap and new with tags, so I picked them up. I sold this for $19, and this was via an auction, and this sold within a week when I put it up for auction. Okay, next up is a brand that I'm so conflicted about. It's Betsy Johnson. It was a pair of glitter pointed toe flats, and I actually found these at Goodwill. I was so excited about them when I got them, but they sat for like 3 months on eBay and Poshmark. I finally sold them for $20, which was a lot less than what I was hoping to sell them for, but I don't think Betsy Johnson is going to be a brand I pick up much anymore. It just doesn't seem to sell for me, even when it's new. Like, these were new without tags, and it's still set for a couple months, so. Okay, next up is a pair of Under Armour leggings. These are like a patterned gray and black and purplish leggings. They sold for $21. These I think I sold pretty quickly as well. Under Armour is a brand that I do pick up from time to time. The leggings, I mean, they don't sell for a lot, but they sell consistently and pretty quickly. So I'll pick up Under Armour when I see it. Okay, next is a pair of Ann Taylor Loft skinny pants, and these were like a burnt orange color, which is super trendy right now. These sold for $21. I found a lot of Ann Taylor and Ann Taylor Loft petite size clothes, pants specifically, at my Goodwill all at the same time. They were all new with tag. The Goodwill employee actually said that they had been donated from the store. You could see the markdown tags, like some of them were marked down to the store to like $3.99. I guess I just couldn't sell them, so they donated them to Goodwill, and I picked like 25 pairs of pants up at once, and they've all been selling really good for me. I mean, they're all petite, and I feel like petite people sometimes have a difficulty finding clothes, so having them on online stores is beneficial. I know that they'll tend to go online more to look for them. I probably have another one in my monthly sales here, we'll see. Okay. Next up is another Speedo swimsuit. This was a girls swimsuit, Powerflex Race 2, one piece in navy, and this sold for $17. This was an offer. I think I had them listed for like $30, but I didn't plan on getting that much, but so I sold this for $17, which I was happy with. Okay, next up is another pair of Ann Taylor Loft jeans, like I was saying, another petite size. These sold for $25, which is really good. And they were like a modern straight, just jean. That was a pretty good sale. Okay, next, Nike again. This is a men's long sleeve running dry fit in a blue color. This I sent to auction for $9.99 and plus shipping, and with shipping it sold for $14. This was another Goodwill find for pretty cheap, so I was happy with that one. Okay. Next up, another brand I'm kind of conflicted on if I should pick it up anymore or not. I know it used to be super popular, but I think now not as much. It's Juicy Couture. It was a very trendy brand in the early 2000s, but nowadays I don't think I'm going to pick it up anymore. But this was a leopard print zip-up jacket, even new with tags and everything, but it was from Kohl's. just a rule of thumb for me is like, I don't pick up stuff that's sold at Kohl's because everything at Kohl's is always like $5 on sale anyways, it seems like. So I just tend not to pick that stuff up anymore. But this sold for $20, which was a little less than I expected. But I still made profit on it, so that's okay. Okay. Next up was a pair of Lucky brand jeans, the dungarees. These were a flare jean, medium wash. Another brand that I kind of don't care for too much anymore is Lucky brand. Some of them do really well. If it's like a unique print, it does really well. I found a couple of those, and then flare tend to do really well for me. Just in general, flare is on trend, so I'll pick up Lucky brand flare jeans, but and unique patterns. When other than that, I don't pick up Lucky brand anymore. And these sold for $22, so I was happy with that one. Okay, next up is a pair of running shoes. I think you say these Solomon. And these are like trail running shoes. These were a find at Ross, I believe. And they had like the quick lace feature, so you could just like pull it and it laced. This is supposed to be a really good brand to sell right now. It's a hot brand. I sold these for $60. They were new without the box, so this was another good sale for me. Okay. Next up was just a Brooks Brothers women's button down with elbow length sleeves, just kind of a fitted light blue button down. It sold for $15. Brooks Brothers is a decent brand. I do pick it up if I can get it for cheap. It doesn't seem to sell for much for me, even though I know it's a very expensive retail brand, but it does have a following, and I will pick it up for pretty cheap. Okay, next up is a pair of Zara women's jeans. These were like mom jeans, ankle in a medium wash, and these sold for $25. I got an offer from a buyer on these, and I was kind of hesitant to accept it because I was getting a lot of attention on these on Poshmark, but I accepted it anyways, and I shipped them out, and they asked to return them, and that's fine. I do free returns. I guess they just, I don't know, they didn't fit, or they didn't like the way they fit, which is fine. So I actually have these back now, and they're for sale again on Poshmark, and I should be able to sell them pretty quickly. Okay, and that is it for October for me on eBay. I will put down here my video for what sold on Poshmark in October, so check that out. Thank you for watching.